There's a couple of things that limit the value of science.
It was really eye-opening about the kinds of questions we have to ask as journalists about the ecosystem.
The EPA and local governments can't monitor every stretch of every body of water the whole time.
Most notable among those is transferring that information, making that information become part of everyday life and part of people's awareness. So scientists like me, we can sample streams every day, all day, everywhere, and we do, right? But if residents in these areas aren't aware of it, or if it doesn't become part of what they're conscious of, it has less value. And I can tell other scientists what I'm finding, but again, until the public becomes aware of what's around them, the science has less value.
Realizing the sort of precariousness of water quality and the security of water quality. And the more rocks we picked up and looked under, the more we found. And for me, it was really an education in the entire ecosystem of looking at water. What are the political implications? There are so many different groups who concern themselves with water. They don't all agree on how you look at water quality. When the crisis happened in Flint, Michigan, it was tragic, but it also confirmed for us what we were really seeing, even just trying to investigate issues of looking at water quality in this state. It's been a real eye-opener, but it also really points the way to the power of some of these emerging technologies, potentially, maybe not now, but in the future, and of community engagement and being part of how we look at water quality and security in our communities. Sensor journalism is absolutely here to stay. And the reason that is because it's actually part of this other ecosystem, which is called the Internet of Things, and some people call it the Internet of Everything. But what that basically means is we have all of these sensing technologies coming into play that extract data from everything. That includes smart objects, but it also includes our environment. That sensing capabilities, whether it's air quality, water quality, there are sensors for babies to prevent SIDS. I mean, we're looking at ways of sensing everything, and so that capability is coming into play.
At this point, it's really just about detecting, is something different? Is something weird? Is the water unusually warm? Is it unusually conductive? And then it would be time to come in with test tubes and vials of water and go test it, find out, get the experts in and find out. But it could be the kind of thing where the experts aren't necessarily looking at a stretch of the river, but somebody is worried about it. And they can say, look, every night at midnight, the conductivity spikes. Could you all check this out? At least come and take a look. And that's where I think things can start to get interesting, where the resources of the government or industry even can be like, oh, we'll go figure that out. And citizens can put that power in their hands. Countryside is so beautiful here. When we were thinking about what kind of sensor journalism to do, water was definitely it. It was so fresh in the mind at the time that happened. And there are other things going on with old abandoned coal mines and fracking now, where water is just so important and interesting, and time where here in West Virginia people are interested. This whole project, what's going on here, was all because water is so important to this community, and because there have been some pretty big accidents and problems, and it was definitely top of mind when we chose to look at water and not soil or air or other things.